Leverage influencer marketing for tech products to supersize and grow your business. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Today I'm going to use the example of tech products, technical companies to grow and supersize using influencer marketing. We've talked about influencer marketing before. We've talked about different strategies before. But as we apply it to specific businesses and specific industries, to me, it gives me more insight on how it could be applied to my business or other people's businesses in different fields and different industries. Tech product influencers tend to be experts in the field. So they share in-depth product demos. They share realistic and in-depth, from an expert standpoint, pluses and minuses about the products or services that come out. They tend to do demonstrations, tutorials, be able to answer questions about products and compare different products, especially with respect to tech products. That is not the truth in many industries, or the way it works in many industries, but it tends to in manufacturing and tech segments, which are my favorites, or some of my favorites. So what do you need to do in order to form relationships with influencers? And this applies to any industry. The first thing you want to do is choose the right influencers, right? You pick them for relevance, audience demographics, actual engagement with their audience. Sometimes you can join forces with an influencer, and usually we learn this the hard way, that isn't right for our brands. We don't have a core value match, or they have inflated follower numbers, or the statistics and things that they're sharing aren't necessarily real or authentic. Those are some of the challenges that we face when dealing with influencer and influencer marketing. It's the same way it's always been in the offline world as the online world. You know, we've heard horror stories about brands that joined forces with a famous person, usually an actor or a politician or a leader in some area that was relevant to their industry, only to have that person do something that actually was horrible in the eyes of most of your customers. And whole businesses have gone out of business because of teaming up with the wrong spokesperson or influencer. Influencers are just really spokespeople for our brands. So we want to make sure we're picking the right ones. We want to track engagement rates. We want to set clear objectives when we're dealing with any influencer. We want to have an influencer handling process that we use and follow, and it includes these steps. That's our strategy. We want to identify metrics so we know if we're getting our money's worth out of working with an influencer. We want to develop compelling content. Content is king, queen, princesses and princes, and the top of the line when it comes to priorities for building and growing our online presence or our offline presence, right? We can create content that isn't just digital and online. We can leverage multiple platforms. We want to leverage multiple platforms. If you're only showing up in one place, you're only reaching a tiny segment of the market, because everybody isn't on Facebook. Everybody isn't on LinkedIn. Billions of people are, but not everybody, right? Not everybody that we are perfect for with our products and services. We want to maximize our return on investment for influencer marketing, and we do that by negotiating fair deals, right? There are some influencers out there, think Kardashians, that are ridiculously expensive to have promote your products and services. And then you have to ask yourself, are they really behind my products and services, or are they just doing it for the money? Because if they're just doing it for the money, guess what? People can see through that a mile away. Find and analyze performance of any influencer that you want to work with. You need to make sure that they actually are authentic and who they say they are, and that it's a good fit for you and your brands, your products and services. You want to foster long-term relationships with people that are a great fit, right? You want it to be like a partnership. You don't want it to be a one-off, one and done, because people, again, they see through that. They're like, well, why did Oprah recommend this once, but never recommend it again? And that's probably not a good example, because Oprah I don't think she gets paid for being an influencer. She just is. Let's look at some technical company examples of where this has played out really well. It's gotten increased engagement. It's gotten increased conversions for these particular companies. It's gotten an incredibly expanded brand awareness. It's one of the fastest, easiest ways to launch and supersize or go up in level of scaling, when we're scaling our businesses, is to use other people's audiences. And influencers is a perfect example of using other people's audiences. Apple and the Unboxing Therapy YouTube channel influencer is a great example of this. Apple joined forces with them and they did unboxings for their products. They might still continue to do it, I'm not sure, but they got millions and millions of views, which gave brand awareness and engagement, increased people actually buying the Apple products. And of course, we know they were the first $1 trillion company. So obviously they know what to do and something's working for them. DJI is a drone manufacturer and they joined forces with Casey, I don't know how to pronounce his name, Neistat, not heard of him, but apparently he's a filmmaker and he made a bunch of films for DJI and drone footage and shared drone footage that again got a ton of attention, a ton of popularity. It increased their brand awareness significantly and their sales because people saw the drones in action and what you could do with them. That gave them ideas and they were more likely to buy DJI's brand of drone than others. Microsoft and iJustine have done promotions together promoting their Surface products, Microsoft Surface products, and they got significant increases in conversions and sales from doing that joint venture or using iJustine as an influencer to promote their Surface products. Challenges with influencer marketing, guess what? There's challenges with any strategy that we decide to use. With this, it's number one, finding genuine influencers, right? Unfortunately, the World Wide Web is filled with fake everything, fake profiles, fake follower numbers. People can actually, and I didn't know this till just recently, people can actually buy millions of followers. You can pay somebody to get followers. Who would want to do that? I guess if you're not authentic, if you're not who you are, you might want to, but you have to be careful when you're selecting influencers to make sure that they really have the engagement and the followers that they say that they do. And you can find that out by just a few minutes of research and actually looking at their feeds and seeing what other kinds of products and services they recommend and how they show up in the content they create, etc. And then measuring return on investment. Sometimes it's a challenge to measure return on investment. Today, the tools are getting better and better. And with AI and machine learning and other technology coming down the pipe, data and analysis will just continue to get better. Curious, are you leveraging influencer marketing for your industry or for your business yet? Share in the comments below so we can learn from one another. And I will be with you tomorrow with another interesting strategy and how you might be able to use it to supersize and grow your business right now. Have a great day.